broadcast is already live. I don't see us live. Let me see on here. It's not doing what it usually does. Yep, it's live.
Is it?
Hey guys.
Hey, hello everybody.
I don't know what happened. It just
we sitting here just talking amongst ourselves and figured out we was going live. Glad we didn't say that bad about
it was before. That was funny.
It could have been bad, Trudy.
You know, I guess so. Well, I'm going to invite people. So, how would tell everybody how your trip was, Anthony?
Man, well, we went to Jamaica on vacation and had a wonderful time. Me and the wife just flew down there to spend some quality time together, just get away from work and everything. It was a good trip. We enjoyed our time down there, ate some good food, most everybody we met was from the Southeast up here around us. And, really had a really good time. Thank everybody for praying for us and bringing us back safe. Thank you, Lord, for that. We did get back, and we both kind of got a bug. Don't know what it is. They tested us for COVID, so we said that it's negative. So I may be doing some coughing, some sneezing, and everything tonight. But y'all just bear with me. We're gonna get through this. But
well, at least you ain't gonna have a potty mouth.
No, we ain't gonna. We're gonna not let Trudy talk too much tonight for that one. But
I had the potty mouth. Okay.
But anyway. If you ain't got registered, you need to go to panhandleexpo.com and get registered for the Panhandle event in November. We need to make this one of the biggest events that's ever happened. Let's make it the greatest show on earth. Let's put it out there and just come down there and have a good time. The contractors are coming in. People are going to teach you. We're going to have training events still. Some paid trainings things. I do believe we're going to have the day before it actually starts. What that is, it's just like the parking garage thing. You pay your fee. You're going to have parking lot striping and a few other things. And
this is just weird, Anthony, because it's showing we've got. I guess Okay, I guess we're live. It's just not showing up here.
A few other things.
Okay.
Something's happening because I hear myself and I don't.
I went to see because it's not showing up here. We have the people and whoever, so I'm not sure what's going on. It's just weird today, I guess. But
Anyway, go get registered for the event. We're just gonna swing this just how we're doing it. If we're live, we're live. We ain't. We'll just talk to one another, I guess. But anybody jump on here, got any questions? We're just going to talk about the event and different things and just cover some things that need to be covered in the industry standpoint.
Yes. Okay, it's just so weird. I don't know what's happening. I'm seeing if anybody's messaged me because that is just the weirdest thing. I'll have Alana go on and check real quick.
Well, we're not on Friends, that's for sure.
We're not on there?
Nope.
I just shared everything. Refresh.
So that's usually why I got my phone on for pressure washing Friends. That's why you look.
Hold on, let me see. Let me go on Friends. I mean, I got us on here. We got 20 views, but we're not seeing them. Okay, so I'm going to shut this down and just start over. Want to do that?
No, whatever you want to do. You're the boss.
Well, because we don't have people to comment on here. And it says we're already live, but I'm not seeing anybody doing anything. So I'll give you a new link, Anthony.
Okay.
Now it comes up. Now I've got, that's weird. Now it's got this counter up here and it's got the people. Are we still live? Looks like we're still live. Oh my gosh, this is the weirdest thing. I didn't even take my medicine, so we can't even blame it on
We're
that.
alive now.
Yeah, we are. That's weird. Everybody can still see us?
We was live a while ago. The comments are just coming in.
Everybody can still see us? Okay, Miss, I found that. Okay, well, we're good.
Well, anyway,
All right, so
good
hey,
evening,
John.
everybody. Sorry about the
John's has got Aaron and Eric. Hey, guys. And thank you. I didn't read, I couldn't see the comments, so I couldn't see if we were live or not. It was just the weirdest thing. Something weird happens every time, Anthony.
I don't know what it is.
This one's a new one.
Probably the operator in Florida down there.
Might be.
It was a good trip. Glad to be home, get back to work, and get some different things rolling. We're fixing to try to do some different things up here in the neck of Alabama to grow a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, my daughter was with me for a week. She came and helped me right after the hospital, so she stayed with me a week, and then she went home. And my nephew from England came over for a little mini holiday for 2 months, so he's going to hang out and visit and just see what us American people do.
Well, work. What American people do.
You see, you weren't even listening to me. Are we still on here?
Yep.
We are. Okay. All right. Because it went down to 3, so I wasn't sure. Okay. So we're here. Oh, there's John Ransom. Hey, Alana. Alana can't see it. But, okay, that's weird. Eric said we're still live. And Aaron Hewitt is, I could see it on my phone, but the web is being icky. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe it's something with this platform today that's being weird. Yeah, so Aaron, thank you. He's already registered for the event. It is going to be great. So I'm working on the scheduling time. So guys, don't buy your plane tickets yet. Make sure you register. Don't get your tickets yet, because we're going to have some classes on the Tuesday while we're all setting up. All the suppliers are all setting up their booths. We're going to have some more intensive classes going on outside, maybe a speaker inside that you guys are going to have to register for. So we're going to put that on the website. We're going to get it scheduled up. I just got to get confirmations from a couple more guys, and then we'll have that on there so you guys can register for that. And then the next 2 days are going to be the normal circuit training and the speakers. But there's going to be one less station for the circuit training, and there's going to be I think we're going to get 3 spots for speakers, because we want more time for the demonstrations. We want more time for you guys to see how all this works and see all the equipment that's going on, the new equipment that's coming out, so you guys get to see how it works. And hopefully Eric Schultz will not bring his new drone. He'll use the one that's tried and true, so we can see that live in the air. No prototypes this time, so.
Maybe not. That had to be kind of embarrassing right there.
Yeah. It's like, that's not good. So.
Well, the class is for the Tuesday, and how can I do that?
Okay, well, Aaron, as soon as I get the schedule, we get confirmations from the trainers. We were going to have a where you can register for those on the same website that you registered for the event. So don't buy your tickets yet. And make sure you stay and leave Friday morning, because a lot of guys left and we had so many giveaways that they could have had their hands in, but it's at the end of Thursdays are the giveaways. So at the end of everything, we'll be talking, and okay, so we're going to give them away at the end of the thing. So we don't want you walking around with your giveaways the whole event. So we'll do it at the end of the day. You can take them and you can go to your car, and you can take them to your hotel or rental or whatever you got to do. So The classes right now, we're going to do more intensive paver sealing. So we're going to show you how to sand them and seal them correctly. Maybe, I'm not sure yet, maybe he's going to show you how to strip them. Maybe he's going to bring some pavers that are already sealed so you can learn to strip, but definitely resand and seal. It's going to be more intensive hands-on class on that. The striping guy, he was in our circuit training twice, but you really can't get all the information to striping because there's so many details to that, right, Anthony, on the striping?
Yes, ma'am. We're working on that together. I think he's wanting me to come in with him and help him do that class because there's so much stuff involved in it.
Yes, he did have a help last time. So
we're gonna put both of our heads together and we're gonna come up with a plan and get it down from his way, my way. Everybody's got their own way of doing things, but it all comes
the same, right? Yeah.
And
we're working on the stain and seal experts. I'm hoping to get them to come and do the wood staining, where I told them there's enough time if they wanted to do it so you guys can get certified in it. Like I've got my certification on the wall. I was certified in that. So they're talking amongst themselves. We have not got a definite on that one yet. And then I've got a speaker that wants to come and speak for 2 hours, and he's maybe be able to do that on the Tuesday. So I'm going to get feedback from him, see if that's something he can do. And right now, the only class that's paid is the striping because of the paints and everything is so expensive to show you how to do it. So it's got a charge on that one. I think it's going to be just $100 a person just to cover. And that's going to be limited. I think, what do you say, 25, maybe 25 or 30?
I don't think you said a number yet.
Okay.
I'll get with and find out, and we'll discuss that next week.
Yeah, it can't be too many just because everybody's got to see what you're doing. And if you guys are there, so you got to be able to see. So that's the only paid class right now is the striping, just because of the cost of the materials. That paint that you guys use for striping are not cheap. So good quality paints is going to last. And, we've seen some where we pressure wash and it's been there and it just flakes up like it looks horrible. So yeah, you gotta use the right equipment and the right paints for that. So those right now are the paid classes, not paid classes, the more intensive classes going on Tuesday night. And doing that, that'll alleviate a lot on Wednesday. So we're not all rushed and running on top of each other to get to the next class. Plus, those topics need more time to explain. Hopefully stain and seal are coming. Maybe I'll have them bring a panel of wood that's already stained so you can see how to strip that also and then restain it. So there's a lot of information out there on those 3 topics. So hopefully we can get it lined up, a schedule, and we'll get it on the website as soon as I get confirmation. I've given him a deadline. So probably Wednesday of next week, I will call them. If not, I'll get the other 3 on there, the speaker and the other 2 classes, and we can at least get those on there. But the 3 things are going to be all the same time. So if you're wanting to get this wood restoration, then wait, because if you sign up for the striping and it's the same time as the staining, you're not going to be able to do both. So that's how that's going to be. Would be awesome if they would do a certification. Yes. So Aaron, I'm working on that. I'm trying to sweeten the honey hole for them because they did great with the circuit training, but there wasn't enough time for that kind of class. It needs to be in detail, more information, more time for questions and all that, because there's a lot you can mess up. Hey, am I going to use my zero nozzle to strip the wood before I stain it? Am I, Anthony? No? Okay. I didn't think so.
You can if you want to.
Yeah.
You may not get paid for your job.
Exactly. So
it's like striping. I mean, there's so much. I mean, there's prep work to go into it before you even start.
Yeah.
The spray. I mean, your handicapped guys, we tape them up. I mean, we lay shingles out before we start crisp lines and just different things. I mean, you got to get your paint right. You got to make sure your machine's set up. You got to, make sure your tips ain't clogged up. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. I think the first year he did this, he kind of covered some of that stuff, but it
Yeah.
still wasn't really enough to really put. You know, you could learn from it. Don't get me wrong, and just go by just like anything else, like I did. You know, I went and bought a pressure washer and started pressure washing. But you know, I went and bought a striping machine and started striping parking lots. So I mean, you know, a lot of it's trial and error. It's contractor's preference. You know, anything that's a word that's going to get tossed around pretty much between here and November.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's just it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really fun.
It is. I think the first time, actually, they were late. They were supposed to do circuit training and didn't come to the second half because they were on a job. I think it was Bucky's, and they had striped a whole section, but the temperature wasn't where it's supposed to be, so it wasn't drying. And he said, "I'm not leaving that until it's dry because it takes one car to go under that yellow caution tape, and guess who's got to come back and get all that paint back up and put it back down." So he had a little bit more time on the first year, but there was so many people around him, not everybody could see. So, you know, he needs, I think he likes the idea of having more time to explain, because he likes to do everything in detail, and he sends me bullet points, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in college again. You know,
I told him, I said, just, you know, make a list out what we're going to cover, and I'll go over. I ain't got that list yet. And I said, don't wait to November the 2nd and send it to me.
You better put some ink in your printer, buddy.
And I ain't got one. He just going to have to email it to me. I'm just going to look at it.
Hey, Shannon, I'm feeling better. I can actually move my arm a little bit. I can't still pull it out like this, but I can move it this way a little bit. Been working on it a little bit of stretching and a lot of crying is what's been going on at my house. My foot is healing. It's stinging. It's burning. It's healing. But you know, it always gets worse before it gets better. So all the rehab and the physical therapy is going to be painful, but you know what? I'm still here and I'm alive. And I tell you what, the beginning of 2025 has just knocked me down. But guess what's going to happen, Anthony?
Boy, you've been beat up, girl.
I have. You know what's going to happen the second half?
You better not get hurt.
I'm going to make the second half of 2025 my bitch. I am going to take that, and I am going to just roll with it, and it is not going to hold me back, and it's not going to hold me down, because I tell you, I got Tyler. I'll have to check. I'll check while Anthony's talking in a minute. So what was I going to say now? Tyler got me all messed up there. Oh yeah. So no, I don't even know now.
He said he striped with Steven the other day.
Oh, was he?
Tyler said he striped with Steven last week. It's a chore.
Yes, it is a chore.
I was going to say something. It's a bit more into it than people think it is. You know, I mean, everybody says, "Oh man, I just go buy a sprayer, put my paint in there, and just go spraying." But I got a guy that he works for me, and he's one of them that can do everything. And his line started out, and it kind of curved over, had a little curve in it. A couple of them did, so we had to fix all that stuff. It ain't just something that you can just do. I mean, it takes time to get used to everything, just like pressure washing. Yeah. But that's why we want to get in there and do more in-depth teaching on it, for everybody can be.
I don't know. I think Aaron's jealous there. He said they're always together.
Who? Tyler's always together?
Yeah, Tyler and Steven's always together.
Mm-hmm. They must know one another real well.
Yeah. Yep, that's what, keep on rolling. Okay. I've been knocked down so many times, I tell you what. So I had, everything happens in 3. So I got my neck done. Beautiful scar there. Then I got COVID because a friend came over. He works in the Middle East as a contractor and civilian contractor. And so he came back and we all got sick. So I got COVID, but it wasn't bad this time. And then after that is when this happened. So the accident. But yeah, I remember what I was going to say. So yeah, I was laying in the hospital in the morning, hit the trauma center. They put my arm back into place. and set it all up and put whatever needed to be done and got me stable and then put me in a room. First thing I did when I woke up in the morning is grab my phone and did the happy birthdays, and then they wheeled me off to go get my foot surgery on my ankle and put some nice hardware in there. So haven't missed my birthdays. I don't care. I was in the hospital. Still got them done because everybody needs to hear happy birthday on their day.
Yep.
Aaron said, yeah, you met them. They are great guys. I tell you what, the Panhandle here has got some awesome damn washers in it. I hear a lot of guys in Texas and Central and South Florida where they're just like cutthroat, and they're pulling up each other's yard signs and doing what, and I'm just like,
well, these people do that here too.
I don't see it around here. I think only one guy uses yard signs around here, but that's Alex, a little young guy, but
Classic Coach got them big yard signs. I just go park a truck in somebody's yard.
Yeah, we got 3 of those.
Rolling billboards.
Every time we travel, we take the 1500, which we don't have any skid. It's just our billboard, and we leave it parked at the airport. And we park it right where everybody's coming and going and can see it, and just leave it parked right there. Oh yeah, Aaron Hewitt said I answered his question in the hospital. Yes, I did. I'm never not gonna work. I'm not letting you guys down. So Gregory said I just got back to the hospital because my wife stuck a turbo tip in my sphincter. Oh well, that doesn't sound very comfortable or pleasant.
Yeah.
But I bet it's all cleaned up. That's one hell of a duvet. Not a duvet. What is it? Is it a duvet? What's that damn butt cleaning thing they have in France?
A bidet.
A bidet, not a bidet. I've been on medication since November, guy.
Don't make me laugh. I get coughing.
Oh man. So yeah, he apparently that's one high pressure, one of those things. So anyway, so we've got for the 5 training sessions this year. The PWNA is going to be outside with their trailer, and they've got safety. They're going to open their trailer. They got all their stuff out there. They're going to talk about safety and safety equipment. Kyle's going to be there again. He is going to be doing the maintenance and troubleshooting, and he's going to go more into detail. He said, well, last year was his first time, so now he's got it down, and now he wants to add some things and get it more cleaned up. And then
is that Panhandle boy?
Yeah, that's that big one, the big guy.
Oh man.
And then we're going to have I'm not sure who's going to be doing it, but we're going to have seal and lock paver sealers. I know we're going to have Greg Tatum with his the seal wet products, the Tuesday. But then we're going to have Seal and Lock come and do it on Wednesday for those that didn't sign up or just wants just a little bit of information on paver sealing. So he's going to be doing that. And then we've got window washers. We got AJ Locklear to go and do the window washing. So how many of that? Oh, and we got Judd West is going to be doing his gadget. He's going to have new gadgets. So Judd's class is awesome. He just goes over everything. And we've given everybody an extra 15 minutes. Everybody's got an hour to do their class this time. 45 minutes. Judd was like, I'm talking as fast as I can, but the questions, I just don't have time to get to everything. So, those are the 5 stations outside. For speaking, we are going to have plant and property protection. We are going to have marketing. We're going to have the guerrilla marketing, and we're also going to have all this high-tech SEO, all the Google ads, all that kind of stuff, that kind of marketing. So we're going to have both kinds. So we're going to have marketing for your budget. So if you want to put a lot of money into it and get in right there on the back end of all the technology, we're going to have that information. And then we're also going to have.
They get that girl from Dad Marketing to do something. She needs.
Oh, I know. She needs to do something. I mean, last time she was just standing around there talking to those fire people.
I mean, I guess somebody just got to stand there and look pretty besides me and you.
I know. So No, she's awesome. Yeah, she said Deb marketing will be speaking marketing. Yes, so yes, they are. So we can have, so
I'm surprised my phone
set it
ain't
up.
going on.
Set it up, Alana. We know you do
There she is.
amazing work. Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing the guerrilla marketing because I do the every door direct mails. I do the
I want to try that. You're gonna have to
yes,
hook me up.
I'll show you how to do it. It's easy. I've got boxes right there. I don't know if you can see them. Yep, those boxes, but I had them ready to go. I was gonna do them Monday, but Monday I was in the hospital, so I couldn't do it. You know, that happened. But as soon as my arm gets going, it'll be fine. And then we're going to have the insurance lady speak again. So it's going to have those. There was another
Well,
one.
I talked to her last year. Right before that, about a month before, we was doing a service station. It was roped off, caution tape, signs up, slippery and wet, pressure wash and stay back, 100 foot. You can't actually just close off the doorway to the service station because people's got to get in and out.
Can you make a sign that just says, just use your common damn sense?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can have any kind of sign you want made up.
You see people there spraying shit, and then you're just going to walk in and slip on the floor. It's like.
If she walked in, she opened the door. She had them like Crocs.
Oh, yeah, the Florida footwear. Yeah, those things.
And they slipped on the floor. She landed on her butt. She stayed in the store for a while.
Did she have padding?
Yeah. Long story short, she's fine. But anyway, she left, come back, started taking videos around the property and pictures and everything. But I asked, what was that woman's name for the insurance company that was there last year?
Connie Phillips.
Connie. I showed her the video and everything. She said, here's the thing. She said, I ain't trying to scare you or put fear in you. She said, but if she sues, she's got to sue all three parties. She's got to sue you. She's got to sue the store managers, the people who runs the store. And then she's got to sue the gas company itself. And she said, then when they go jumping on the gas company, they got big money lawyers, so you probably ain't going to have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, I think what really hurt the girl was she left the property and then come back.
Yeah. And,
me, I fall in a situation like that, damn, let's come pick me up. I just hate to tell you. But, I mean, there's signs up. I mean, it's like we was down there a couple weeks ago and a bunch of homeless people running around. One of them come across the sidewalk and just acting like he was slipping. And I said, go ahead, man. I said, my sign's up there. It's done been tried once, twice down here. I said, it never works. He just laughed it off. But, you got to be careful with your work area. You got to make sure, I mean, even though they still could sue you, make sure you're covered. Make sure the stuff is blocked off the best you can. And you can't shut the store down because it's going to cause a big stink there. But, have the signs up. Let people know that there's hazards there, stay back, damage your clothes, damage your car, whatever. I mean, just make sure you're covered.
Yeah.
We need to use common sense as contractors, just like the people out there in the real world need to use common sense. Don't pull up underneath somebody that's spraying stuff over your head and you don't know what they're spraying.
I'm with them. Common sense is few and far between because people are walking doing this. They're not looking around them anymore. So,
driving doing that and not looking too.
Do what?
And driving and doing that and not looking too.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's crazy. So one time I was going to make a post about this, but it was scheduled commercial and it was like condos above stores. So it's right across the street from the beach. You got all the stores down below. And then you got condos up there. So, what we did is we watched it and everybody was notified, but the store that sold all these, boutique clothes, like flannel shirts with bleach stains that sell for $120. I'm like, damn, I got that in my closet. I'm already that cool. But they were notified, but they had a coat hanger on the door and their door's not sealed. And I don't know why, because we have hurricanes here and we have big storms. So, with us soft washing, it went through the door and damaged that shirt. we had to pay for the shirt. Like, we were just going to kiss her butt because, the $60 shirt as opposed to, $6,000 to $8,000 job. So, we're going to, but really we should have talked to the manager and said, hey, you were notified. We had no way of knowing that your door is not sealed, but now you better go take it up with whoever you're renting from, because that could be a problem if we get a big rainstorm. And they should have just charged us wholesale, not retail. They should have charged us what it cost to, but it was just a worker there. But we weren't going to, we weren't going to cause a stink. It was a $60 t-shirt. Who cares? I mean, I wouldn't pay $60 for a t-shirt, but we did, and we didn't get to wear it. But I should have kept it if it was my size, because
if you bought it.
That's what the damn boutiques are doing in their little flannels with all the bleach stains. That's cool. That's cool stuff. So, so she's going to talk about that. She has some great information on insurance. We have I found out a lot of stuff with this paint issue that surprised the crap out of me. Like, we carry $2 or $3 million of insurance to cover anything, but it still won't cover it if it shows neglect on our part.
And it's going to show neglect on our part.
And it does.
No matter what you do.
So we change the house and you won't pay for it? It's like, oh no. So you got to have, what is it, air and emissions, E&O, added to your insurance policy. So it's just more money you got to add. So air and emissions is what you need to have, is what she said. And I didn't know that. I thought, my insurance agent would have, told us this is what we do and we need this much coverage. Nope, we didn't hear about it till.
I think a lot of them probably know about it.
They probably don't.
I mean,
and they don't know that.
One of us call them and say, hey, I ruined these people's houses. I need to file on my insurance. And they go investigate and they say, oh, no. We ain't gonna pay for it because you ain't got whatever you said.
Airs and emissions, but it's not just that insurance. I mean, I found out with my car insurance, they're not covering anything. We got $100,000 to $300,000 on bodily injury, but it ain't my body because it's my car, and so it's not my body. My body got damaged, but it's not. Oh, we'll give you $8,000 for your bills, honey. I rode an ambulance. For quite a while. Everything was like 59 miles and to the trauma center. And she's like, well, if you missed work, fill out this form. I'm like, honey, $8,000 is not going to cover the ambulance. So you might as well just stop right there. It's just like. You
took an $8,000 ambulance ride?
Well, no, I'm just being funny with her because by the time she gets in, they overdose me on pain pills. No wonder they don't work for me now. So it's crazy how much money we pay to these insurance companies, and when we need them, the people that are paying needs them. They have a way out. They have a way not to pay for what we need them for, and that's just like my medical insurance. I had this surgery January, and I pay $900 a month medical insurance, and I have this surgery January. Right at the end of January, I start getting bills in saying I've hit my max benefit. I'm like, it's January. I got 11 more months. What the hell? You're not going to cover anything in 11 months, but I got to still send you $900? Like, how in the hell does that work? That's bullshit. So, learning all about this stuff is just, they are the biggest scammers out there, and something needs to happen. Between Shane and I, he pays $1,100 a month insurance because he's type 1 diabetic, but he still has to pay $650 for a medicine that his doctor wants him to take to get his A1C levels down. His insurance won't cover it, so he's got to pay $650 on top of that $1,100, and it's just a month. So now he's actually paying $1,750 a month for insurance because he's got to add that medicine on there. So it's crazy. And right, Aaron. That's why most guys that do damage, they probably are not insured or it's not covered. And that's why we see the houses on the post I did today was like, have you seen a house, what damages you've seen that a contractor's done and left it like that? Because they probably don't have insurance to cover that.
Most of the time they don't. That's what I tell people when I go look at their houses and try to educate them the best I can, and just tell them, your house, I'm gonna treat it like it's mine. We're gonna look at one I told them, we're gonna tape up everything. We're gonna put tape on all your outlet boxes. We're gonna put tape up around your power meters and stuff, because you don't know what's behind there. You really don't. Even if it's a new house, you're just doing a cleanup on it. You don't know what kind of electrician come in there and what kind of stuff is left.
How do we get a spammer in here? We got a spammer. Diana. She wants to discuss stocks with us. Let me get on. Okay, yes, the SH did arrive today. So we have it in fresh. Let me go to my Facebook and get rid of this spammer real quick. I'll tell her.
You're fired.
Yeah, you're out of here. So, so that's what Connie.
So what y'all do? Y'all run out of SH?
I know. They were late. There was all those storms, so.
Yeah.
Let me see. There we go. Where'd she go? She might not be on mine. I don't know where Diana came from. I guess I'll find her later.
No, Alana said she don't see her.
I know. Yep. So next week, while we're sitting here just looking at our phone,
we're gonna have the one and only on here next week, are we not?
We are. So next week, we are going to have one of our trainers, one of our favorite trainers. Don't tell Kyle I said that, but one of our favorite trainers. And Judd West is going to be on here, and he's going to be talking about his class. He's going to be talking about Flow Pros. He's going to answer your question. I know I have people saying, I got a new remote, and I don't know how to set it up, or what is it? You put it with the dang thing, program it. And I'm like, I've just taken my pain pills an hour ago. I am not even answering this question. Call the warehouse. Because I am just going to have some kind of word salad come out of my face, and you're not going to understand what the hell it is. So, yeah, Tyler, we got SH, honey. So yes, Judd's going to be here next week. I am so excited. I talked to him on the phone, but I just love Judd. He's such. Man,
he's the coolest.
He has got the biggest heart in the world.
We might need to start an hour early and Dad's liable to run over. Yeah, right? He'll be ready to go to bed by the time that gets over with for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I thought you meant an hour early because we're going to have so many questions, so many people wanting to talk to him. So
yeah, that's going to be that too. You realize it's going to be 9 o'clock his time.
I know. You've got to get used to it because you're going to have to start priming. We got the social. We got a lot of fun stuff we do at night there. Yeah, we're going to keep him out. Usually he comes in and we don't see him after. We don't see him at the social.
No, he goes eating. Him and his wife, they go eat, and that's it.
So we've got Jeremiah Jarrell. He's going to do the plant and property protection again. He's got new information and new pictures and new stuff he's going to be bringing in, and his class was awesome. And then right at the end of his class, it's going to be me doing the paint because that is part of the plant and property protection. So we're gonna be together. And then
excuse me, y'all.
And then right after that, going to take a break. Right after that is going to be me and Dad marketing, and we're going to be talking about how we do marketing. I do it way different, and the way they do it, that's why we pay them to do it, because I'm not doing that. I don't know what happens when my keyboard gets stuck on one number, and I'm like, I don't know what it's doing. And it was just the key got stuck, but I'd be like, I don't know, something help me. But and I'm just gonna be talking about all the years that I've been doing the marketing for Classic Touch and what I do for Panhandle also, to get more business in that, for the guys that are starting out, or the guys like us that we do both. We do both. We do the guerrilla marketing and we do the high-tech marketing that Dad Marketing is going to be talking about at the event. And then we're going to have Connie.
She's really good at what she does.
Yeah,
I've got several. I think yesterday, day before, I got 4 calls, I think, and just house washes in one day. I mean, that was like, it's kind of unheard of for me because
Yeah, I'm trying to
we
find
don't get that many. More commercial guy, but I'll wash them houses too.
my papers here.
But you know, she worked. Down marketing, good person.
Yes. Okay, Connie. Yep. So we got Brian and marketing. So yeah, we've got that done. We're going to be doing a women's social, actually. We're going, while the demonstration's going on outside, I'm going to have a little round table for the ladies of WASH if they want to come in and we can talk. There's going to be some ladies here, not Lynn Lane, and she's been in the business for longer than I have, and I'll be there, and there's going to be a lot of ladies that we can just talk back and forth and learn from each other and you know, understand part of the difficulties it is being a female out in the field. And I'm not just talking about breaking your nail or scratching new polish or any of that, because yeah, I don't care about that. Hey, David's here. So it's going to be great. We're going to have the showroom floor full again of some great suppliers. And another reason I wanted Greg Tatum, you know, he wants to do a larger set, but also his information on the Greenox and on his Seal Wet products. If he's doing circuit training, he's not inside answering questions. So I want him inside both days where he's right at his booth. He can tell you everything you need to know. And, you know, that's what he needs to be doing. He needs to explaining and telling you how to use the products correctly. And so you see him the night before, you come in the next day and you can talk to him and see the videos he's got. So it's going to be great. And are you yawning? Is past your bedtime? Are you still on Jamaican time?
No.
I don't think Jamaican time's the same time.
Yeah.
Except for you don't have rum in your hand.
No, that's over there on the table.
You right there. You leave it right there. Boy, you were just sitting back all sloshed up and all happy last week. I was just like, oh my gosh.
Ooh, you just seen me the night before.
I'm sure I've seen you like that.
I went to Tracy said, I'm going to find a snack.
Well, we're not talking about this again. You're not that story.
Oh, yeah, we ain't going to go down that road again.
I know. Kyle was all excited. He goes, oh my gosh. And I'm like, oh, yeah, oh my gosh. So anyway, I think that's the speakers, except for the one I'm going to be working on the Tuesday. And we may have a few more that want to work on the Tuesday night. I know there's a lot of paid speakers that are awesome at what they do. So if they want to come and speak, they'll have to do it on Tuesday. And like I said, they're going to have to register for those classes. It's not part of the free training event. It is just something that we're adding on. So you guys get a more intensive class and education on that topic.
So I'm going to call it the showroom floor.
Yes, it is a showroom floor.
We're going to be set up. You're going to have the Panhandle booth. It's going to be the biggest booth there. Who else we got coming?
We've got a few OKs. We're just waiting for them to pick their booth where they want to go. So I have to finish up with them, but probably about the same of what we got last year, except for PWNA is going to be outside. So that opens up that showroom floor. So we're going to have Melissa's going to be there. We're going to have no, you got me coughing. I caught it. Can you catch a cold over live stream?
Sure.
Okay. We'll go with that. And then I hope Connie Phillips is going to be back. Well, she's speaking, so she's probably going to get a booth. I'm hoping to get somebody from, I'm trying to get some people from like a print shop, like, you know, where they make yard signs and every door direct mail and all that. See if we can get somebody from a print shop to come so you guys can talk about business cards and all that kind of stuff. And then also trying to get like Ready Rent to come out and show you guys the list. And Lucy and PSI to come in, and Comet's going to be there. Raj is going to be there. So I'm sure the host company is coming. I've got to get confirmation on that. I know they have their big event, but I was told they were come. There's Raj. Look at that. I mentioned his name.
There
And
he is. He shows up, didn't he?
he did. I just mentioned his name. He just popped right up there. So, so anyway, so yes, it's going to be about the same. I'm working on new booths that have nothing to do with, the pressure washing side and the equipment, but it's going to be more like, like I said, the print shop that's got the every door direct mails and business cards and all that, and like hopefully ready rents. I'm trying to get those kind of people in there. I'd like to see if we can get what is it? So marketing, we got that. It was something else I was thinking of. It was kind of weird. Accountant. I'm trying to get an accountant to come in to try and explain all that kind of stuff. So it's I'm trying to get things that are going to be interesting and helpful and educational to the contractors, because that's the only reason we do this show.
Right.
So, yep. Oh, David's going to be there this year. Yay.
And they all give their time up to come down or to come in, come down, come up, wherever they're coming from, fly in, whatever they have to do to get there to educate us. And I say us, I mean, I'm talking about me too. Trudy learns stuff every year. Even though it's her own show, she still learns. I do. I learn. I love to sit there and just listen and learn. And well, David, did you want to do that booth? You can sit there and they can give you a quarter and you can answer a question or tell a tale or something. So Anthony, what do you think for the price of the venue, the price of all the parking lots we got to pay outside, the price of the trainers and educators and the suppliers, that their time to come down to travel and to get their lodging and to do all the giveaways and all the time, not just the venue. I mean, I started on this in January. Yeah, in January. I'm already pushing through it. Well, it's February this year because of my neck. It was slower, but I was working on it, but I wasn't actually in it. So, I mean, how many dollars really do you think if Fred over here, he's a new washer, what dollar value amount would he be if he had to pay for everything on a ticket? Just say 300 people show up. I mean, it's going to be like $700 or $800 worth for one person. So if 300 people, you look at it like this. You go to, and I'm not knocking the huge about any means, because I like going just like to socialize with everybody. Because I see people from different states that I'm friends with that I don't get to see every day on day-to-day basis. I see them once a year, and that's at the huge. But you look at that, you spend, what's a huge ticket? $250? Mm-hmm. You don't get the education you get at the huge that you get at the Panhandle event. Yeah. And it's free. Yeah. But the valuation of it for everything you get and everything that's right there. So it could be. If I had to put a ticket price on it, it's priceless. $400 or $500. Yeah, it's priceless. It's priceless to me, but I mean, it's priceless just for the education and, awesome guys like David Rivers is going to be there. People come in and walk around that's been in this industry for so long, and everybody knows their name, but nobody knows, and they're just all scared to engage with them. But you know what? Just going up there and give them a big old hug. Well, probably not everybody. Sorry, David. You're going to get everybody going to give you a big old hug. We'll put you in a hugging booth. But, it's reach out to those people. You see their name online. You see their face. Don't be scared to communicate with them, because that's what we go there for. Just like me, we go to the huge just because I want to see everybody. I want to talk to them. I see them online all the time, but you don't get to hang out with them, or, it's awesome. And Heath come last year, and he wasn't scheduled to do anything. He just come in and to support me. And I didn't even get to see him because I was I was running around, so I didn't even get to. That's Heath. He said the only thing I would change is you need to slow down so you can socialize with everybody there. And I'm like, okay. So that's why I took one. Maybe we'll set a time up for just Trudy time. A Trudy talk. just put you up there and I can just ask you questions, whatever they want to ask you.
Yeah. Or get a cardboard cutout and they can just hang on to me like we're just so I can be in 2 places at one time. Or get 5 of them be at 6 places at one time. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. That'd be weird. But I have me standing in my corner of my office looking at me. Crazy.
Yeah.
But no, but it's great. And then so we talked about Jeremiah and we talked about Jeb's class, which is awesome. Connie is awesome. The information that she gave that I didn't know is just crazy. Of course, I'm going to do my paint class. Yeah.
I mean, you could just sit back and just take it all in. You'll never. I don't think you'll ever get it anywhere else. The information that you receive in them 2 or 3 days.
I mean, they do have a lot of great guys speaking. I mean, it's a lot of, this is how I did my business, follow my book, you'll do that. But I like, because, being a contractor that I was for years, now I probably am not going to be out pressure washing. Hopefully I'll be able to go out and make my videos, but I'll have to see how my window is. Yes, we did mention window. So they do have some great speakers that go to the huge and everything, but I bring people down that are contractors educating contractors. So we know what it's like to be out in the trenches, and we know what it's like to break a fan. We know what it's like to damn take all the oils out of an aluminum door. We know all this. So when we teach you what we've learned 15, 20 years ago, that's how we learn. We learn by doing it and figuring out what fixed it. Now you've got all the internet and everything. So all the people that are here, they're not wanting to get rich. They're not gaining anything out of this except for
teaching you,
educate you guys so you don't make the same mistakes we did. So this industry can be respected more and treated as an industry instead of a joke. I told somebody, it's like, I feel like when I tell somebody I'm pressure washer, I get looked down on, like, oh. I'm like, oh, what? Do you not like to live in a clean house? I'll be, you don't do that to a mechanic. It's like, oh, my boyfriend's a mechanic. Oh yeah, he can fix anything. It's like, oh, my boyfriend's a pressure washer. Oh. So he just sprays water? Yeah,
yep.
That's what he does.
That's all we do.
Yeah.
All day long. Mom always told us, don't play in that water. And then we go out and make a living doing it.
Mm-hmm. So, it's this industry. We need to get more professional. We need to start educating our customers. We need to start educating our friends. And, when you're sitting at a bar and somebody's talking to you, that's why I told y'all and not YouTube. What, Aaron?
No.
I don't know. Okay, it's broken up. So anyway, his keyboard's stuck. That's what I blame mine when my words are wrong. So it's just when you're sitting at a bar eating lunch or whatever, and you talk conversation. What do you do? I pressure wash, and just start talking about it. Educate them. People don't know how hard it is. And you can go rent a pressure washer and they can go blow their mold off their vinyl, or
the seals out of the window. Use
a high pressure fan tip on their hardy board and see if they can clean it up a little bit, and let's use a zero tip on them stucco. How about that? Let's get all those vines that's in the stucco out, and we'll just use that zero tip and just blast it out. So, we want to make this industry to be a professional industry that we're proud to do. I'm proud to do it. I'm not scared. I'm not scared to walk around with bleach clothes or wear a pressure washing shirt. I'm not. It's something to be proud of. It's been good to us. We've got a lot of toys, but guess what? All those toys are paid off because of this industry.
You work for them.
We work hard for them. And we had those toys before Panhandle. Trust me, if we had Panhandle first, we probably would have those toys because we're paying all Panhandle bills. But it's a good industry as long as you educate yourself so that you can educate your customer And that way you're going to get those higher paying jobs.
Yeah. It's back like the paint issue. I think the other day somebody, I think it was just yesterday before, they sprayed a door or something or another.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, why did this happen?
Yeah.
Or it was the side of a house or something. Anyway, it's like, you're on here all the time telling people test. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people think it's just dark colors.
Yeah. Yep.
And, they're like, well, it's just the dark colors. The white won't do that, or the tan or all this stuff. But no, if it's painted surface, you need to test it.
Yeah.
I don't care what color it is, just to cover your own self.
Yeah.
And 2 or 3 different spots. Just don't pick one spot, because you don't never know. They may have had to swap bucket of paint or something, and it be mixed different or something. I mean, just the simple spray bottle, just
and they could have
around the house would save people so much trouble and headache if they just pay attention and listen.
And I get people messaging me and they send me pictures of the color code on cans. Are these good? And I'm like, well, you look for the magenta R3, you don't have it, but I don't know if that's the only color. I don't know if that's the only color pigment that does this. So test it, and if it changes, send me. I'll keep these color codes and I'll start testing those, because I want to know what does it. So it's gotta,
And it's not just Sherwin-Williams paint. It's not just Benjamin Moore paint. It's not just PPG or any name brand paint. It's just the paint in general. Just
it is. And it's contractor grade
painted surface.
It's contractor grade, the cheapest grade, it's that paint, and it is all the way to the top high-end paint, because that $5 million house that we trade had the high-end paint on it. So it can be any grade of paint. It doesn't matter. That pigment don't care what it's put in. It's just getting put in there. So it is. And, I told them when I get the color code, I'm going to just test anyway. Please test. Ask the homeowner questions. Have you repainted anything? And don't ask, is this painted Sherwin-Williams? Because they'll say, oh, no, it's Benjamin Moore. You can wash it. It'll change. And then you're mad at me thinking I said it was Sherwin-Williams. No.
Well, that's the thing against me. You've never come out and said, hey, it's Sherwin-Williams paint. And then I see people on Facebook, and they're like, it's Sherwin-Williams. It's just Sherwin. No, it's not.
And I correct them when I see that. It's like, no, it's not. It's pigment that can be put in any paint.
So.
I mean, how many pigment manufacturers do you know?
I don't know none of them.
I don't either. So it's like not everybody's going to have their own pigment chemist, factory. They're not. Hey, Bushwick, I hope that's the last name, but it's not. There's other weird names like me, but not saying your name's weird. I'll just shut up. But, so I'll be doing my paint class after the plan of property protection, and then we're going to have, like I said, we've got AJ Locklear. He's going to be doing window washing. So he's going to show you AJ. AC side.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I kept getting emails from AJ, and I'm like, AC, did you hit the wrong button? He's like, no. And then I call, hey, this is the AC. I'm like, hey, AJ. Hey, AC. He's like, no, it's AJ. And I'm like, oh, crap. It just said Locklear on the back. So I'll get it right. Sorry. So, so he's a new daddy. They got a new baby. He's so cute. AC keeps putting them all over Facebook. I'm like, oh my gosh. I got one of them. I haven't seen him in a while because I can't drive, but hopefully my son will bring him to come see me. But, it's a lot of information. It's going to get better and better each year. So the more support we have from the contractors, the more they want to learn, the more that we can put into this, because, we don't want to do the same classes each time. Judd's there every time, but he does different gadgets every time. So
he usually comes up with 2 or 3 different ones every year. So, I mean, he's created this green blue monster or whatever thing he's got out now.
We'll talk about that next week. So, so
y'all got it yet?
Do what?
Y'all got the new, his new device, his new toy? Ain't sent it to you yet?
Since November. I was out for a week and a half, and then
It could be on one of your trucks. You not even know it.
it might be, yeah. Like I had to text somebody, ask if chlorine came in. I can't see it from my couch. But anyway, I'm going to be out in the office working Monday. I'm hoping I've got a little more movement in my arm. It needs help, but I can't do it. But anyway, I said, oh, that's fine. If it stays there, I'll just have one T-Rex arm or one regular arm. It'll be fine. So yeah, so we're gonna keep working on the event. I'm gonna try and get more people in the showroom that's going to be just related to, not related just to pressure washing, but that would help you guys grow your business. So after this, if anybody has been to the events, if you guys want to do a little video and do a testimonial and send it over to me, that would be great. We can put it on the website so people can see it. And Erin, you can do that. Erin likes the event. So if you want to do a little video testimonial and send it over to me or Alana at Dev Marketing, we'll get it put on there. Because people just don't understand that because it's free, they think it's no good.
Yep.
You get what you pay for kind of mentality.
Yeah, you get what you pay for.
You do. But guess what? We're not making you pay for it. Panhandle and our suppliers and our sponsors are the ones paying for this, so you don't have to. So they are, it is a paid event, but not by you, because we're trying to make it where you guys get the education you need without, spending money that you need for the marketing or the equipment or whatever you need to buy.
And without all of everybody out there that watches this show or shops with you or shops from PSI or the hose company or anything like that, without supporting the suppliers that Trudi pulls in at the Panhandle that we bring in, it wouldn't be possible.
No.
I mean, so, it all comes together. We're all coming together as one, really, in the sense that we all work together to make this event what it is.
Because, the suppliers are not going to pay for a booth and sponsor something like shirts or whatever. They're not going to do that if they got 50 or 100 people walking around. It's not going to be worth their time. Yeah. So, with you guys coming in and supporting and getting educated, that's bringing them out into the showroom floor. So it's a win-win for everybody. The suppliers are not selling anything. They're there to tell you or answer your questions, not tell you, but answer your questions. They're there to answer your questions. So if you have a twist, M5 twist, or is there a rebuild kit for this? And you've got questions about it, or what do the proportioners do? What does this do? So, they're there to answer that question. So that's why I like them there, because, you ask me and I'm like, if I don't know, I'll say, I'll get right back with you. Let me verify, because I don't want to give you false information. And I've done that to a lot of people, because I'm not going to blow smoke up your butt because I don't know a complete answer. If I know a half answer, I'll give you a whole answer as soon as I find out the rest of it. And, the suppliers are there to answer those questions, because they do have the answers, because that's who I call to get the complete answer. Yep. So without the contractors showing up, the suppliers won't show up. I won't be having an event because nobody will be there. So like you said, it is a full round, come around circle. We're all there to support each other and help each other grow. So,
and if you come and you're walking around, don't be scared to ask them questions.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll answer any question that you have. I mean, that's what they're there for.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what they want to be there for. So it's a great event. Well, we have, go ahead.
I'm just going to plug the show. Go ahead.
Go ahead and plug the show. That's what we do.
If you ain't already been there, go to panhandleexpo.com, get registered for the event in November. Let's make it the greatest show on earth for this young lady sitting here across from me in this screen right here. Yep. She supports a lot of people in this industry. Our hats go off to you, Miss Trudi. You're an awesome person. And next week, guys, tell everybody you want to be here on this show next week.
Yeah.
The one and only Judd West.
Yeah,
himself's going to be here. I've been wanting this one since we started. I want him to be one of the first ones. And he's like, nope, I'm not going to be first. He said, But he said, I'm going to be on there. We're going to give it a couple months. And then he said, then we're going to come on there and we're going to take over. So we're going to have him on here. It's going to be a long one.
It will. I'm going
to pack your lunch because it's going to be a long night.
I'm going to mail him some Monster or some Red Bull or something this week and stuff. I don't know if I want to see him on that. I don't know.
Don't know about all that one.
I don't either. He's got a lot of energy. But all right, well, we are 6 minutes over. I want to thank everybody for coming. Sorry about that little mishap. My screen was doing something weird and it kept saying we were live and it didn't look like we were live. So, but that's okay. Then you guys get to see us goofy people and just be ourselves, right, Anthony? That's why it's called plain humor.
That's what it's called.
That's called.
We're here to make people laugh.
Yeah, definitely. Not with those dirty words. I got a mute button. I got my finger on your mute button just in case something starts coming out.
Oh, I got one of them too.
Oh yeah, you do. All right, everybody. You guys have a great night and have a great rest of your wash week and a good weekend. All right. See you next week.